Is it possible to start sharing your work too early? My answer would be no. But on the other hand, I am how old am I? I'm 41. I teach in art school, where typically the model is you only share work with a very small group of trusted colleagues, and you don't really let that work out into the world until you're done. Now, of course, that's kind of an old school model. It still holds some weight to some extent. But here I am in that sort of same context, where I should be like quantity over quality, don't start sharing until you're great, blah, blah, blah. And instead, within a really short period of time, I want to say it's 8 weeks, I have a name for a project. I've got an Instagram for it. I'm doing this, I guess, daily video blog for it. There's a Bandcamp set up. There's nothing on it yet, but there'll be a demo on it soon. There's some stuff I've got earmarked for a 12-inch, but who knows, that might be demo number 2, because 5 months from now, I might have stuff that I'm even more pumped about, and that will be like the first real physical release. A lot of kind of seriousness around it. Why do I not think it's bad to be sharing stuff so early? It comes down to this. If you follow skateboarders on Instagram, there's gonna be all these kids who are terrible, and they post clips of themselves skating super slow in their driveway, and the clips by and large are terrible, but sort of endearing. That same clip is not offensive in and of itself until it's sent as a DM to Alien Workshop with a note that says sponsor me, showing an utter and complete lack of self-awareness. Sharing the clip isn't the problem. It's the context of how you do it. So for me, I could tell pretty quickly that I was in this for the long haul. I felt my behaviors change fast. I felt seriousness kick in fast. Motivation to do things that normally I would find boring, or if I told someone else I would do them for them, I would flake on them and procrastinate. And instead, I'm willing to do weird things, like stay up too late on a work night so that I can make header graphics for my YouTube page. So it's sending me signals that this is what I'm doing now, that I'm really serious about this, and that I give a shit, and that I don't know that I suck, but I know that I don't know anything. I know that it might be 5, 10 years before I make something that's really, truly great. But I also know that there's always a spark of something in most of the things that you make, and that other people recognize that spark, and I'm trying to share that now. So my model is not so much art school. My model is like a 14-year-old rapper. I'm not going to come out and say I'm the best, but I'm going to come out, I'm going to say, I care about this, I'm in it, and I love it, and I want you to hear it. Even if right now it's more bad than good, though in my mind it's 100% good. It's as good as I'm capable of doing, and I'm not knowingly putting out anything that sucks. But that's the model. Like, I'm trying to be like a 14-year-old kid on SoundCloud, or a high school punk band. You get together, you're super excited, you make 4 songs. Once you got those 4 songs made, you're like, cool, we gotta make a demo. And then once you do that, you play shows, you try to get people to buy and listen to that demo, and you make a couple more songs, and you're like, okay, let's take 2 of those and make a 7-inch. That's the model I'm after. So no, I don't think that you can share stuff too early. I think it's about self-awareness, and I think it's about recognizing the context of what you're doing. You know, the stuff that you're listening to now, those are my demos, those are my practice tapes, those are my sketches. It's early, and I get it, but I want you to hear it, and I want you to watch it get better. Like, my grand hope is that by the time I hit that point where I'm making stuff that's legitimately great, I hope there's 100,000 people paying attention at that point that watched it go from being all right to being promising to being solid to the point where when it's great, they've been along for the ride. That's the plan.